Learn the origin of Bane, what drives the muscle-bound behemoth, and how did he arrive in Gotham? Absolute Batman Volume 1, Issue 11, Abomination, Part 3. Bane returns from Arkham to Gotham. Alfred Pennyworth notices this and bitterly reflects to himself how he should have warned Batman about Bane, told him who and what Bane truly is. Alfred thinks to himself, I should have warned you. I tried. I almost managed it. We were in the Batmobile crossing the bay to that terrible place, and I started to tell you about him. But when you turned to me, I just froze. Instead, I wished you good luck like an old fool. The truth is, I was afraid, maybe just afraid of naming him, of making him real, of conjuring him up. But now he's here and he's coming for you at this very moment. Wherever you are, kid, I'm sorry. This is what I should have told you that night. It's the story of Bane and how he breaks your back. Bane was born on the war-torn Caribbean island of Santa Prisca, a nation repeatedly invaded, colonized, and plundered for its abundant natural resources. His father was the leader of Cielos Libres, a rebel group that had been fighting for over a century to free the country and bring lasting peace. When Bane was a young man, Cielos Libres successfully seized the capital city. For 3 days, freedom seemed within reach, but foreign troops soon invaded, crushing the rebellion. The survivors, including Bane and his father, were sentenced to life in the infamous prison Peña Duro. After languishing there for 11 years, Bane led the surviving rebels in a daring escape. They sailed back to Santa Prisca, determined to reclaim their homeland. But instead of an army waiting on the beach, they found a single man dressed in white, the Joker. The Joker took Bane aside and spoke plainly. He told him that his father's dream of seizing Santa Prisca by force would never work. Too many outside powers hungered for the island's wealth. Even if they succeeded, war would return to their shores again and again. Bane grimly knew this was true. So the Joker offered him a bargain. He would use his wealth and influence to ensure Santa Prisca's independence, prosperity, and safety forever. In return, Bane would serve him. Bane agreed. The Joker departed the island never to return. But first, as a test of loyalty, he gave Bane one final order: kill his father. And Bane obeyed. From there, Bane became the Joker's lead enforcer, conducting the assassination and acts of terrorism around the globe to advance the Joker's interests. Bane also submitted to torturous medical experiments and treatments with the super steroid Venom, which enhanced his body and mind far beyond human capabilities. With his new photographic memory, he was able to master every fighting style, every weapon, and every strategy used throughout history. The sequence unfolds as Alfred imagines how Bruce Wayne, Batman, will try to fight Bane. Alfred envisions Bruce fighting valiantly, but inevitably falling because Bane will anticipate and counter his every move. Alfred says, our intel suggests the venom running through his veins is a mixture of acid protein compounds, activators, and psychotronics. It gives him total control over his muscles. His very cells bend to his will. But even more astounding is how it enhances his mind. Before, there was only so much he could learn. But now, suddenly, he can hold books, hold libraries. Every method of fighting, every weapon, every battle from ancient times to now, he knows the strategy of the Sumerian warrior kings, all the way to the most current algorithmic doctrines. And he is here for you, Bruce. He could be right outside your door at this very moment. And then Bane's voice. It's time, little one. Alfred Pennyworth's imagination runs further, picturing the absolute Batman and Bane facing off. As the two begin slugging it out, Bane sneers, hello again. Alfred Pennyworth continues, I know you by now, kid, well enough to understand that you'll fight and that you'll have a plan too, a good one, just like the plans he drew up when he was that boy back on Santa Prisca, and a plan built on your knowledge of this place because this is your home, Gotham, just as the island was his. So fight him. Alfred Pennyworth, in his imagination, says, that's it. Let him land the first hit. Let him feel confident, cocky, even as Batman reels back from Bane's punch. He'll advance right to the spot exactly where you want him. Now, shout something. Tell him. He'll never take the city or welcome him to Gotham. Something to make him pause, just long enough to realize what's happening. Then you set off all the bat bombs, explosives tearing through the place. But even then, Bane, he's still coming for you. Bane throws a huge roundhouse punch, dropping Absolute Batman to the floor as blood drips from his mouth. Batman grips his battle axe, but as Alfred imagines, there's no plan of attack. He hasn't studied, no strategy, doesn't know. But more than this, he knows you, because he was you when he was that boy on Santa Prisca, fighting with all his heart, planning, building, strategizing. For what? Peace? No more. Bane lifts Absolute Batman by the neck, holding up the battle axe in his other hand. Bane takes the battle axe and chops off Batman's hand, then the other. Bruce is left with no hands. Alfred Pennyworth thinks to himself, he has become the bird from my vision so long ago. Not his father's white shell, but the terrible burning thing from that night in the jungle. The white skull bird. Now, years later, I finally understand. I know what that bird was, the creature that appears in almost every culture across time. The Bennu in ancient Egypt, the Fenghuang in China, the firebird, the Garuda. It is the great phoenix, the flame, through which men are burned and reborn, and Bane is its greatest disciple, a monument to it. For what is war? It is not our highest ceiling. When men first climbed from the mud 500,000 years ago, pink and soft in the world of claws and teeth, they should have been slaughtered instantly. What saved them? Their ability to fight, to conquer, to wage war. All life is war. Right now, plants are strangling each other for sunlight. Every living thing is locked in combat. Bane leans close, his voice calm and cold. Open your eyes. Alfred Pennyworth thinks to himself and imagines peace. Peace is death. War is life. Bane cracks the axe over Batman's head. I said open your eyes. Bane growls. Alfred continues in his mind. So look up, Bruce. What do you see? Because it isn't a bat. It never was. He then imagines Bane delivering Batman's broken body to the Joker's doctors to perform the same procedures on Batman that they did on him. Something he has done before with other opponents who proved especially skilled. How Bane would make the same offer to Bruce that the Joker did to him, to accept the power of the Venom and become the hero Gotham needs, to make it gleaming and bright as Santa Prisca became. Alfred Pennyworth continues his thoughts and says, now and then, Bane returned to Santa Prisca to see his family. The island is prospering, his children walking to school without fear, as his men and women riding electrical bikes to work, students sitting in cafes laughing. An old couple walks holding hands. They smile at him when he passes. His wife and children, they run to him when he comes home because they know even if they don't understand what he is or what he does, they know he has made this place thrive. This is the story. I should have told you, kid, because it's a story they want for you. It's what he's offering you to become the hero Gotham needs. However, Alfred also knows this wouldn't work, he thinks. But for it to work, you have to break it, or rather choose to break, like he did. You have to break your own back and offer it up. You won't, though, will you? You're still out there somewhere unbroken for now. I know it, and he knows it too. That's why he didn't go for your door. Instead, he went to theirs, because he knows the real way to break you is by breaking them. Bane sets his sights on Bruce's friends, aiming to shatter him through their suffering. In Gotham, he tracks down and corners Eddie, Harvey, and Oswald. Bane will not confront Batman directly. He did not open the doors to fight Bruce Wayne, Batman. Bane will break Bruce by breaking those he cares about. Next, Absolute Batman, Volume 1, Issue 12, Abomination, Part 4.